Good morning. We are at the Annapolis yacht basin. And had a great evening last night. Our friend James from Chasing Sunset came down and went out, saw the town, and also yesterday afternoon or evening, Tom from Tom's Mobile Marine Service came down. We noticed we had a leak in our trim tab pump early yesterday morning. It was leaking fluid into the port rudder well. So he was able to come down about 6:30 or 7 and climb back there, and it wasn't a hose or anything bad. It was something really simple, so I learned a valuable lesson. There's two actuators or two solenoids on top of most trim tab pumps, and they're fitted in with O-rings. They're pressure actuators, so it was just hand tightened. I would have never thought to look at that, but there's one for the port and one for the starboard, and he just reached back there and tightened them up. We also learned a little lesson about our packing nuts. Both rudders had seemed to keep loosening the packing nuts, and I got some bad information from a couple of different mobile mechanics along the way to tighten both nuts as tight as I could. Well, according to Tom, that was the wrong program, so he set us up with our packing nuts, got them all tightened up the right way, supposedly, and so we're going to see how that works. Another little problem we've been having is that at low idle the last couple days, we seem to get a really bad shudder. The boat really vibrates going in and out of gear. So we've got another tech coming down from Shore Power Systems here in Annapolis, and they're going to hook the computer up and see if it's something in the firing or what the problem is. But we've sort of narrowed it down to just the starboard engine. Again, we'll come in at slow idle and we start working the transmissions to get into a slip, and the starboard one seems to really like stutter, like the RPMs will drop down and it shakes for a minute and then it smooths back out. So he's on his way down. We're going to hook the laptop up and see if we see anything in the firing or the electronics. Might just be a dirty fuel filter. I have switched around the ray cores. I haven't changed the one on the engine yet, but we'll see what he has to say about that. So kind of waiting around this morning. Kathy's out for a walk and gonna see what the tech has to say, and hopefully it's no big deal, and we'll get all set up to get underway tomorrow. We had the guys come over from the Shore Power Systems and hook up the computer to the boat, and everything seems to be running fine. All the numbers check out, and she is running good. She sounds good and sounds strong when she's running nice and smooth. But this low idle problem, we did sort out that the engines are kicking in and out of engine sync on their own. So they'll be running normally, then they'll click into engine sync and they'll click out of engine sync on their own, causing a little bog down in the RPMs of the starboard engine. It's not bad. It only affects us at really low idle, and it's even tolerable then, but we want it to be smooth. We don't need it bogging down when we're clicking the trans in and out to dock. So we sent a message to the guy who came down yesterday to work on the trim tab pump. He's sort of a C-ray expert or got some background in those electronics. Just kind of waiting to hear from him. But since we're kind of in a holding pattern and we were here today anyway, we have some family to see, and Kathy and I are going to head up to the Naval Academy. We heard it's kind of fun just to walk around, check out. It's pretty impressive. And then we're also going to see if maybe we can get inside the State House. The State House here is under construction. It's got some historical significance. We heard or think it's the longest contiguous running state house in the nation, and we heard it's just impressive inside. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to head downtown here and check out the Naval Academy, and then also head up and see if we can't get into the State House on a tour or something. It's under construction, so we really couldn't get the full scope of the outside, but we'll see what it's like.
enjoyed the Naval Academy campus and never did make it to the State House as it was closed to the public for renovations. It was great seeing my cousin Karen and reconnecting with family. We had a great lunch together and spent some time on board Andromeda showing her around the boat and talking about our Great Loop adventures. So yesterday was pretty chill here at the dock, but today it's warmer, 80 degrees, and it has been nothing but just a cool bluster of sailing activity here. I don't know if it's like everybody got off of work at 3 o'clock and they are all down here doing their boats. I think there's a race going on. We noticed they had like a trawler full of people with clipboards, and the dinghy went out and had like this big floatable turn thing, but there are just sailboats everywhere. We were joking, they're all just spinning around in here at one point, adjusting their sails before they go out. And who's got the right of way? Whoever's under sail.
Well, when it's sailboat race night in Annapolis, sweetie, what else should we do other than take Mr. Furley
Wheezy.
out and see the sights, right?
Yes.
We're in Annapolis and we're in a smaller boat in the harbor. We have to cruise Ego Alley. It just has to be done.
Yeah.
What do you think?
For sure.
For sure.
Got our dog, our cool dog.
That's right. Has to be done.
Wheezy's big inaugural outing.
Ego Alley is a famous waterway in downtown Annapolis that spills into Spa Creek. It gets its name, Ego Alley, from the usual parade of large and/or expensive boats that cruise in and out of the narrow waterway, to the joy of restaurant patrons and spectators that line the banks of the canal in a park-like setting.
Ollie, Captain, mooring field. I went to lunch with Karen, my cousin. Ego Alley.
Ego Alley, baby. Look at people just already staring at us.
Right.
Ooh, is that a Furley?
Is that Mr. Furley? Eagle Alley. After we flaunted our stuff down Eagle Alley, we ducked under the Spa Creek drawbridge to the quieter, less congested backwaters of Spa Creek and Acton Cove. Like so many times on this incredible journey, when we do a little exploring, we were surprised to find a quiet little park with a dinghy dock in the back corner of this cove, Acton's Cove Waterfront Park. Crazy. All these sailboats are all under sail. There's just like 50 of them all coming in this harbor, all through these mooring fields. It's just, there's like at least 10 more coming in. That's nuts.
It's friggin' awesome, really. You know,
Yeah.
for a boat lover.
Yeah. And just crazy. I got this view. Just sit there every night and watch this. Now picture 4th of July. The joke is, I always say, picture this, some of these places in season. I can't imagine this harbor more busy. than it is now, and it could only get probably 100 times worse.
Wednesday night.
It's a Wednesday night. Picture this place on the 4th of July. I can't even. It's so cool though. It's so quiet in here right now. How does the bridge master even know what to do? Do they want to come in? Or are they just spinning around? They're just all doing loops.
Wednesday nights in Annapolis are sailboat racing nights, sponsored by the Annapolis Yacht Club. We are docked right next door to the Yacht Club. After enjoying our front row seats for the sailboat races from the comfort of Mr. Furley, we were treated to the traditional lowering of the flag at the AYC. The racers stand at attention on the bows of their boats while the colors are lowered to the sound of a single horn playing retreat. It was an incredible day in Annapolis with an epic ending.